or to the computer if that's going to be better.
The explosion murder.
I have a super important question for everyone. It's the most important question, which is, do we want to start our new unit on energy next week? Or do we all want to meet up at the movie theater and watch the new Super Mario Bros. Movie?
Super Mario.
How are we gonna do that?
Well, half the class, half Newfoundland would have to go to the theater, and then the other half would have to go. We want meet up in Texas. Because I want to go see the new Super Mario movie. Have y'all all seen the trailer?
Yeah.
It looks pretty funny.
I always thought of Princess Peach as helpless, though, not like someone who carries a pickaxe everywhere.
How dare you cut off my head like this? Okay.
All right.
Emma, I believe you're frozen again.
Yep.
No.
I could just go up there to Canada and watch a movie.
It matters if you can hear me, though.
Your camera died, Emma. Your camera died.
It says movie. All right. A bunch of people say movie. I can say movie next Thursday too. I mean, we got to think of some sort of science reason. We need to tell our parents, right, that we need to go see this movie. We're doing science class.
The first lesson on energy should be about energy and televisions.
Yeah. Well, they got to have, it's kind of
radioactivity.
The Rube Goldberg thing made. I'm sure
reason. Alexa, say your reason.
Gravity.
Gravity. It's got to do something with like Rainbow Road, right? Gravity. How does Rainbow Road defy gravity?
What would we do here in
Texas? Guy come from? Or I guess he's like the cloud guy that
we could do geography, like Mushroom Kingdom geography.
Learning all of the like that.
Minecraft geography.
They do have the Minecraft education one, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have the education edition.
Yeah. All right.
There's a bunch of free stuff in the store you can learn about energy.
Oh, good. I have Miss Jen here to keep me company. I have some questions for Miss Jen. Is your mom on? Is she really on?
She's
okay. Later on, she's going to help me spell some words.
Some difficult words.
Yeah, I was just too lazy to look them up. I was like, I can ask Miss Jen. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start. We have about 15, 16 people. So, well, 14, including me. All right. Let's begin. So today we're going to do something a little different. Did everybody get, here, let me share my screen.
Screen sharing, but
I did. You know what?
What are you screen sharing?
I'm screen sharing nothing. This is my fault. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. I actually have to click on it in order to start screen sharing. There we go. See, that's operator error right there. All right.
Hey, soil.
So you can see this, right? Did everybody print this out?
Yes, it's in black and white though.
That's fine. Yes, I colored mine via my little coloring thing here. Okay, so we should have that. And this one.
Yes, I have this one.
Okay, cool. If not, you'll just be doing extra writing and you can just do this on a sheet of paper. And that's fine too. All right. So our first slide here. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
No.
So we'll be
Yes,
talking.
Just
Do you like my pun?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Oh wow.
What do you think we're going to be talking about today?
Fungi.
Fungi, whatever you want to call it.
You know, I've heard it so many different ways. I think anyway is fun. I've heard fungi, like you pronounce the G, or fungi, or some other ways. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to be talking about dirt today. So you think that's a technical term, dirt?
Yeah.
No, that's soil. That's soil.
Soil. Thank you, Lola. Yes. So the technical term would be the soil. We'll be talking about the soil today. We're going to do a little recap because I want to do more fun things today than slides. Okay. So my little recap is this nice little web here of things. Let me see if I can. Done. Play. Here we go. All right. So first we're going to start off with our lovely rocks. Okay. And rocks are made of
Minerals.
All right. So you guys are going to be my helpers on this. I'm going to stop and then you guys fill in the blank. They're made of minerals, and minerals can kind of recycle around via the
Rock cycle.
rock cycle. That's right. Then weathering comes along, and weathering can be both what and what?
Physical and
Chemical.
Right, we can have physical weathering and chemical weathering. And once we have our rocks starting to weather, what can we get over a long period of time? We have hundreds of years. What actually appears?
soil.
Soil. Okay, so we're kind of on one of the last stages here, right, of getting some soil. Now, what are some things that can impact soil? So we know time, it takes a long time for soil to, generate. What are some other things that affect soil?
Biosphere. Conversation.
Biosphere, so like living things, right? What else we have?
Conservation.
So conservation is going to be how we're going to keep it from eroding. Okay, so that's super important. But what actually right, so we have the atmosphere. So the atmosphere in general can impact
the biosphere and the hydrosphere.
What is the hydrosphere? What does hydro mean?
Water sphere.
So air, water, and life can all affect soil. All right, and today we're going to be talking, there's different types of soil. Okay, and these different types of soil, some of the things that can make different types of soil. And today we're going to be talking about we can classify these different types by their layers, or what geologists call horizons. Okay, so that's going to be that sheet of paper there. And you can, did anybody color your sheet of paper?
No. Yes, but you stole it.
Oh, you're right, I did. Okay, so that sheet of paper will turn into this. You guys can see this. Let me see if I can put it up closer.
Can I have my paper back?
In just a second, after I show what. Okay, so here's an example of what you guys are going to be doing. So that piece of paper, you're going to cut it out and then fold the size, and it all folds into a nice little rectangular block here, a cylinder,
Box thing.
a colander, yeah, a column.
Colander.
A column, a cylinder column.
Colander.
So the bottom layer here is going to be called what, guys? Like the very bottom. So this is our igneous rock. This is our sedimentary rocks, like our granite, right?
Bedrock or
Bedrock.
our horizon.
So this is where our bedrock comes from. This is what we've been studying, right? And then
The
it
B
breaks
horizon.
apart. It breaks apart. And what's the layer above that?
The C horizon, I think.
Right, which is called the what?
Parent rock.
That's right. Did you do that from memorization? All right, then
I just
we have-
remembered it. I
Good.
don't know if it's memorization or remembering something.
And then we're finally getting into the soil layers. So this is what we're going to be drawing today, all the soil layers, okay? And we have something like a subsoil. So that has not much organic material in it, but we definitely still have some minerals, some water. We have our topsoil, okay? And of course, our O horizon, which is our surface layer of dirt, and that has tons of organic matter on it, right? Like, what are some organic matter on soil? Does anybody know?
Like
there's
in soil
our-
or on soil?
Either.
Roots, tree roots.
Okay. Yeah. Bugs.
Bacteria,
Yeah. Bacteria. Yeah.
fungi.
That's
There's
right.
elements.
Here's where the fungus comes in, right? Okay, so here's a little diagram of basically weathering, right? Soil forming over time. So we've been studying our rocks, and then over hundreds of years, or sometimes thousands of years, it's going to wear down and weather. And then you're starting to actually generate soil. Now, why is soil important? Why do we care that it generates soil?
Because soil.
Soil helps the plants grow.
That's where we get our food, right? I mean, even if you eat animals, animals have to get the food somewhere, right? So everything kind of revolves around how great the soil is and the diversity of the soil and how fertile the soil is in order for plants to grow so people and animals can live. So it's extremely important. So what is soil made up of? So as you can kind of see in this little diagram here, what is it mainly made of?
Minerals.
Minerals.
Yeah, so this is all our minerals. And where did the minerals come from?
Um,
All right, let's say
From
we
other
had,
from bacteria and other plants like
What-
potatoes.
what have we been studying? Yes, you're right, Levi. But it would mainly come from what they call the parent material, right? So stuff from the rocks, right? So let's say if we had a lot of mafic rock, what we're going to see? What kind of minerals are we going to see in the soil?
Mafic soil, mafic minerals.
What type of elements are in mafic rock? The MA
Like-
gives it away.
Yeah, I know it.
And the FIC gives the other one away.
Philsic.
Iron.
What was it, Phil?
No,
Sorry.
iron, thank you.
Iron and carbon.
Oh, iron.
Yeah. So then we see a lot of those minerals. Okay. So, and then the other half is mainly going to be just air and water is going to be what soil is made up of. Only a tiny small percentage, 5% is actually the organic matter. And then I would even say 1% of that is going to be any type of like living, like a bug or something, you know? So there's a very small
earthworm.
percentage. That's right. An earthworm. That's right. So here's our different layers of soil. Now I want you to get out your sheets of paper. If you colored them, great. And Emma, you can come get yours if you want. But while it's a flat sheet of paper, you're going to go ahead and label them, all the different layers. And you're going to notice that as you go to different terrains, here you go. As you go to different terrains, the amount of each layer is going to be quite different for different reasons.
That's reversing universes.
Went through multiple multiverses to get here.
That's right.
And
She,
back.
she went through a
Just to
worm.
get your piece of color paper. Just get your
I
piece of
visited
color.
Doctor Strange while I was there too.
Yep. All right, now as you're go on.
Which sheet of paper? The black and white one or the already colored one?
Let's see, not that one, but the one on layers. That one.
Ah, got it. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, so you're gonna layer. You're gonna label each layer. Thank you. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat, guys. And then you're going to cut, and then you can fold, and you can actually start making a cool little column of all of your horizons. I'm going to go back to the slide. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to go back to our chart. So we have our horizons. I am. And you close the door. Okay, thank you. I hear an echo. Okay. So you have your horizons. The other thing that can affect different types of soil is going to be the particle size. Okay, so we have sand, silts, and clay. Now, what type of rock was this in the rock cycle?
I forgot.
Is this igneous rock? Is this metamorphic rock?
Isn't it supposed to be like all three? I thought it said that.
Well, the sand, silt, and clay here, when we have little particles, remember, are clasts. It's sedimentary, right? So depending on the different size, we're going to have a different type of porosity. Now, what does porosity mean?
How many, like the holes it has inside of it?
That's
Yeah.
right. So basically how easy can air and water get through the particle sizes? That's right. So that would be the porosity. And scientists would measure the porosity by the different particle sizes and then tell you what type of soil you have. Okay. The other thing that's super important, and actually before we move on, here's a really good example of porosity. So if I have three things, I have sand, silt, and clay, and I pour water on on each of these. You guys see that? Each of these buckets. Okay, which one is going to lose the water first?
And
Sand.
Sand. It has a bigger particle size, and you can kind of see that here at the bottom with a diagram of sand, silt, and clay, and kind of how they're different sizes. So then sand's going to take a few hours for the water to run out. Which water would run out next? The silt or the clay?
Silt.
silt.
Silt, it's a little bigger, right? So porosity is a little wider, larger porosity. Okay, so the silt's going to take, you would say, a couple days, right? For the water to eventually drain out of there. The clay is so tightly packed and is so small and fine that it could take years for the water to actually run out of that. So if you have mainly clay soil, like I know in the backyards of Texas is it good to grow things?
No.
Sometimes.
No, especially if you get a lot of water. Most of the trees, especially in Texas, if you plant them in clay, they will die, and they will die by drowning because people overwater them.
Pine trees.
Yeah, well, they have more surface roots, so they can actually, they don't get submerged as much. But
Like
yeah,
only thing that grows in
you get,
Texas. Pine tree.
you get a lot of trees that need a lot of water. right? So I have some willow trees in my backyard and they grow really well because they like to sit in water. And we have a lot of clay soil. But normally, if you're growing crops or something, you would then have to bring in some soil, right? And a lot of people have flower beds where they can bring in the right amount of soil mixture. Now, the other thing, I'm going to go back to my diagram, that can affect a different type of soil is going to be the chemistry. Okay, so where did the parent rock come from and what type of soil is it in, right? So if the parent rock has a lot of magnesium, so that's called CEC, all right? That's a technical term for cation exchange capacity. I call it CEC. And all that means, it's a big, big word and it's super easy. When we learned about our elements, each element has electrons around it, okay? And if you have a little less electrons than protons, right, it's a positively charged particle. If you have a little more electrons, it's a negatively charged particle, okay? And this, a cation, just means that it's positively charged. So as you can see, we have our particle here, and that could be a clay particle. This is a good thing about having clay mixture in your soil, that the clay particle is going to be negatively charged. And so it's attracting all of those minerals from the parent rock, right? So it's got the magnesium, it's got the iron, it could have calcium. And those positively charged minerals are attracted to the clay particle, okay? Now the plant has hydrogen bonds, which are also positively charged, and they can exchange minerals. So that's how your plant gets the minerals that it needs to survive, okay? So it does this exchange.
You're telling me plants have money.
That's
And
right.
they get food.
Well, you don't need money.
And they
You
get
barter.
essential minerals.
You need money
money.
to buy the plant.
No,
Well,
they make the
need to
money.
barter,
They-
and their money is
They
high.
make the money and they buy the stuff for it.
That's right. Their money is
get
hydrogen,
the
and
money.
they barter with clay particles or organic materials that have these minerals, right? So if you fertilize, right, that's the little pellets and stuff that will go in. The plant will then exchange its positively charged ions with the other positively charged ions, and then they have a nice symbiotic relationship. And the plant will grow.
I guess you could call it a plant-tonic relationship.
Oh, how funny. We got some puns today too. I love your puns. You're so punny.
I made that one up myself, like in 5 seconds. That's how great of a comedian I am.
All right, so what we're going to be doing now is everybody can get out their other sheet of paper and we're going to do some drawing because we're going to be investigating on a microscopic level the soil, okay? So I'm going to draw it in my little, you guys can absolutely draw it on a piece of paper. It's just easier for me to draw this on the screen here. Can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 1 yes. Do I get a 16 other yeses?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, you guys are alive. I'm gonna start calling people. I need to get out my list of names here and just call random people. All right, let's see. Make sure, hold on. Everybody's alive. All right, does everybody have, I'm gonna do this on my computer, but you should have a paper that looks like this. This is what we're gonna be drawing today. Does everybody have something like that? Okay, cool. All right, we gotta, now I gotta share my screen again, but it was worth seeing everybody. All right. 1 and 2. I don't hear Lola. Where's Lola? Okay. That's why she didn't have her headphones on. There we go. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to try to increase this size. Hopefully you guys can see. All right. So our center view is going to be a larger version, and then the side views are kind of be even more microscopic. Now, do you see at the top of the page under microscopic view of soil, right next to it there's a symbol. Okay, so this is going to be the size we're working with. Does anybody know what that means? It says 10 something.
And some, I don't see a tens. Oh, yeah.
10 millimeters? Is that what it was?
It's a,
Looks like
looks like a
yum.
U.
So that symbol there is Greek. Okay. And that's a Greek symbol for micrometer. Okay.
Micrometer.
That's called a micro. So we don't really call it a micrometer. What do we call it? Like short form.
Millimeter.
We call it a micron.
Oh.
So we're going to be working in microns. Now, what does that mean? So right under that, it says 1,000 microns equals 1 millimeter. Who has a ruler with them right now or in their vicinity? You guys have a ruler?
No.
Aha, we have a ruler. If anybody else has a ruler, that's cool. Okay, so if you have a ruler, point where the millimeter is. You guys know where the millimeter is?
I know where the millimeter is. I just don't have a ruler on me.
Centimeters and inches.
Yeah, centimeters and inches.
Okay, you have centimeters. Are there lines between the centimeters?
Yes.
Okay, the lines between the centimeters are millimeters.
Okay.
Okay. And what this means is 1,000 micrometers can fit between 2 of those smallest lines. 1,000 of them will fit between the 2 smallest lines on your ruler. Okay, so that's what we're going to be blowing up into a picture. Okay, so basically, if you had like the size of a hair, it would take the whole entire page up. So we're going to be working teeny tiny. All right, now the first 4 to 6 microns thing we're going to be talking about is microfungi or fungi or however you want to say it, right? Okay, so this is going to be our network of fungus. And they're pretty cool. I actually want to show you a picture of them. I have one here. So this is what we're going to be drawing. Has anybody seen the Netflix film about fungus? It's about mushrooms or fungi or something.
No.
Like Fantastic Fungus or something. It's a cool Netflix documentary about the web. So here's a good picture. The trees can actually talk to each other, and it's a large network, almost like a computer network, right? That the forest is all connected to.
I've read
Yeah, my brother made like a free write on that, and it was the Wood Wide Web.
That's right. Yes, exactly. So these things are extremely, extremely important to the ecosystem. In fact, just stepping on the ground anywhere, there's just a whole, you don't even know they're there. They're underneath the ground. And what that mushroom that we think is a mushroom, well, scratch that. The mushroom that we call a mushroom is the fruiting body. Okay, that's the fruit of the mushroom that you see sticking out of the ground. The body part is called the mycelium. Okay, so you can kind of see the little diagram here. So the big body part of a mushroom is underground, called the mycelium. And that's the network of how it helps the trees and the nutrients, and it starts breaking things down. And then the top part, the mushroom part that you eat, that's the fruit. Okay, and the little I guess cells that are connected together are called the hyphae, and that's what we're going to be drawing today. All right, so what we're going to be doing is drawing one of the hyphaes. So you're going to take, and again, I apologize for my drawing. I'm not very good. So we're going to draw a line, and we're going to draw, and if you have a pencil, that's great because you can erase. And we're going to draw something that comes up like a Y shape, right? So sometimes when you draw, you can kind of do like a light drawing on there. I'm going to erase this part here. So that's our base of our hyphae. Let's see if I can do a little darker color. Okay. Now, these things are so close to human cells, it's crazy, okay? So it's like an interconnected web of cells is what these mycelium are, all right? Although they do have spores and stuff is how they are going to reproduce, but each one of these cells are joined on these long things. So we're going to put little cell walls here. So I'm going to put a wall there and a section there. And we're going to do another section there. Okay. And then we're going to draw cell walls. So I'm going to how we draw cell walls, we're just going to do another line inside, we'll do a cell here. And we'll make it really intricate kind of looking. We'll do another cell wall. All right. Everybody have their cell walls?
Not yet.
Okay, so the great thing, I'll kind of talk while you guys are still drawing your cell walls. There's good and bad things with these being very similar to human DNA, right? So the bad thing is if you get like a fungal infection, sometimes when you take medicine, it's going to kill some of your cells and the fungus cells because they're so similar. But the good news is it could be very beneficial because now some of the chemicals these things make, they can be very helpful in some of the chemicals that we need for our body. Okay, so we are going to make this look like our human cells. Okay, so what is this is a little biology refresher class. This is what we need Miss Jen for, because spelling all these things might be interesting. So we know what's in a cell. What's the powerhouse of the cell there?
The mitochondria.
Mitochondria.
Yep, mitochondria. We got, okay, well, we're going to put our nucleus in there first. So each one of these little cells is going to have a nucleus. And what's inside the nucleus?
Nucleoplasm.
Super technical. I was going to just say DNA, but yes. All right, so we have our nucleus here, and I'll label it nucleus. And this contains the DNA, right? And then somebody said mitochondria. So
I did.
Okay, so we'll put our mitochondria in each of these cells. You didn't know you'll be reviewing biology, did you, today?
Well, I kind of did.
Okay,
Talking about mushrooms.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so then I'm gonna put who remembers the endoplasm reticulum? Who can
Endoplasmic reticulum.
Thank you. All right, now I'm so sorry if I don't know how to spell that.
You can just write ER.
Okay, thank you. Somebody can make sure my maybe it's too small to see my spelling. Okay, and then we have things like the Golgi body. Is that how you pronounce it? Golgi or Golgi bodies?
Logie.
Golgi.
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 Yeah. Those are like those like three kind of cylinder round things, right? Let's see, we got, well, who can name some other things in a cell?
Vacuoles.
Look at you. That's like
Plasma.
vacuoles. Very good. What about, we'll put little dots here. These will be
Ribosomes.
look at you. Yes, we have smarty pantses in here. Lysosomes.
I remember one of them, but I don't remember its name.
All right, let's see. Mitochondria. It's with a CH,
I
right?
thought it was like
Might
vascular
be.
something.
I have no
Yes.
idea.
Okay. We have mitochondria. Okay, so here is our general idea. I mean, you get it. We have our mycelium here with our hyphae of our fungi or fungi is going to be very similar. Each cell is going to be connected to the next and it's very similar to our cells of our body. All right, so the next thing we're going to draw, did everybody draw that or do I need to wait for a minute?
I drew.
Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, girl.
Second.
All right, the next thing I'm going to draw, I'm going to make it green, but if you have a pencil, that's fine because we're going to be talking about algae. All right, so this is like 5 to 10 microns. So these things are pretty small. They're usually green. Why are they green?
Algae.
Oh,
Chloroplasts.
Yes, these do photosynthesis. So there's chloroplasts. So we'll just do little circles with, again, little chloroplasts. I'll actually show you a picture of these things. Where am I?
Chlorophyll.
There we go. So that's what the bottom one is not. It's going to actually still be in the algae section. These are going to be diatoms. That's something different, but we're going to be drawing these chloroplast things, okay? And you
Chlorophyll.
can see
That's
the
what makes it
algae.
green.
Yep. So we're going to be doing our circles. Now these are super easy to draw, right? They're just little circles. Now some of them are connected together. You can draw a little chloroplast in there. All right. Super easy. The next thing in soil is going to be nematodes. Who knows what a nematode is?
Finding Nemo.
cells.
They're round worms. Okay, so we're going to be
Bacteria
drawing
of
some
some
worms.
sort.
Some of them, you know,
worms are a worm
these are-
shape.
yeah, these are going to be a little different, but I'm sure you guys familiar if you have pets that you have to like deworm your pet.
No,
They have to take
I've
medicine.
never heard of that.
They usually have to take medicine because they get susceptible for heartworms and stuff, but they get them from the dirt. And then actually those I think are from mosquito eggs or something, but the same type of round worm. This one's going to be the ones that's going to just live in the soil. So we're going to be drawing them. They're going to look very similar. So I'm going to do, we can do like a slithery shape here. All right. You can just do 2 lines to make a
Hey,
little.
that's a good worm, Miss Sarah.
Oh, well, thank you. I can do a good worm. Okay, now worms don't have eyeballs, so this is all we're going to do. These worms we're going to draw today are going to be the plant eating, the herbivore worms. And how they do that is with
Oh, not the ones that live inside your stomach.
say that again.
Not the ones that live inside your stomach.
No, these are
Oh,
gonna be
those ones are
different now.
terrible.
And these are going to be herbivores that have a stylus. So we can kind of label that STYLUS, stylus. And let me show you what that looks like. Because these are kind of creepy. So here is a nematode. So they're clear, which is really cool. So we use these a lot to study. Like if you want to study a new medicine or something and you don't want to inject it in humans, you can inject it in like nematodes, because who cares if you kill a nematode, right? And you can kind of see how
Well,
it reacts.
then you don't have to be so disrespectful to my fellow nematodes.
But these things will start attacking or eating on like the roots of plants and stuff like that. The ones in the top corner, I believe that's probably SEM microscope. That's going to be a carnivorous type of nematode. And so those eat bacteria. So we can actually draw those as well if we want to. Those would not have a stylus, but we can kind of make these, let's see. We can draw it like roundish. And then we can say it goes up like this. We can make like a cool little circular worm. Okay. So one is going to be bacteria eating. And one's going to be plant eating. So this is going to be our plant eater. Can you hear my son? Victor, be quiet, honey. He's yelling at the TV. Okay. Speaking of bacteria, so those are our nematodes. You can even, inside of them, you can draw like they have all their stomachs and all the food they eat.
Yeah, that's what I drew.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So they have, because they're clear and they got all, you can see all their insides. They're kind of neat. All right. Next, we'll do bacteria. All right. So these would be super, super small, right? Like you could fit 1 million bacteria in a spoonful of dirt. All right. So we have a ton of bacteria.
Yeah.
All right. So now bacteria are going to be quite different. Here's a picture of bacteria, and you guys tell me what the difference between that one is. All right. Do you guys see the anatomy of a bacteria?
Shape.
Yeah, that looks easy.
It is. So you
draw.
notice
Yeah,
there's no
sorta.
nucleus, right? There's no nucleus in there. It's just kind of clumps of DNA, right? On the outside there, it's kind of like a pill-shaped form, right? And it has a little cell wall, and it's got these pilus or pilus
Hairs.
little hairs, yeah, that come
Yeah,
out. So
pilus,
that's what we're going to
pilus.
draw for our bacteria. So you can do kind of a,
How small would it be in comparison to the 10 nanometers or whatever? 10 millimeters.
oh, this is extremely small. I'm not sure. This would be like a dot on this page. For
All right,
scale.
you know what? We're not gonna draw it to scale.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're trying to draw some of these to scale. So, but our scale is 10 microns. So that's our scale. So it would still be within a 10 micron scale, it'd be like a dot.
It's a little potato.
So in this, we'll kind of do the inside and outside. So let's draw a line here. And on this side will be the outside of the bacteria, and this side will be the inside. We'll do a cell wall. Okay. And we'll do its little, what's this tail thing called? Who remembers?
Flagellum.
Phylus.
Stella. Very good. Okay, so you guys can now, I don't really have a good shadow shading thing, but some to make it kind of 3D shade the I just have like a crayon on mine, but if you have a pencil, you can kind of make it like it's the outside of the bacteria. And then inside, it's just that all that jiggly DNA stuff, right? Because it's not inside a nucleus. So we can label that our bacteria DNA. All right. And then it's got all the stuff in there. Okay. And the flagella, that's how they move their little flagella tail, and that's how they're wiggling through stuff, right? All right. Now, the last thing that we're going to draw is actinobacteria. I want to say that's the correct one, actinobacteria. So these things are super special. So they're not quite bacteria and they're not quite fungus. They're kind of a mix between.
They're functeria.
They're actinobacteria. So how we're going to draw these is a colony of them. So they're going to be that small pill form, okay? But they're going to be connected together like you'd see them in the microfungus. All right, so let's see if I have a picture of those to kind of show you guys. So here's a good example. Here is actinobacteria. So they
So
look
they're kind of like
little
sticks.
Yeah,
They look like
It was like kind of like
sticks,
the
like
the myelin sheath on your nerves almost.
Mhm.
That third picture.
and you see all the pills kind of join together. All the bacteria kind of join in a line. Okay, and that's what we're going to draw. And they even have something very similar to fungus, which is the end has little spores on them. Okay, so that's kind of how they're in between everything. So what we're going to do is you can either draw two lines or you can start drawing your little circles. Victor, be quiet, honey. All right, so we're going to draw our actinobacteria line, and they kind of come off like in T forms. Now, these things are fantastic. This is where we get our antibiotics from, because the bad bacteria will come up to the Entenobacteria, and they make special chemicals to resist the bad bacteria. Well, we have figured that out. And so we use the chemicals from the actinobacteria to fight bacteria in our body. So this is where a lot of the antibiotics come from that's used in medicine. And we can put cool little spore things at the end if we want. Each one would really only have one spore since it's their only reproductive area there. This is also when bacteria generally break stuff down. It smells, right? Like that rotting smell you smell, except for actinobacteria. Actinobacteria, like if you get soil, like fresh soil, the sweet smell of soil is going to be the actinobacteria.
I thought the sweet smell of soil was I don't know what it was.
I thought soil smelled like soil.
It smells like soil because of actinobacteria. Like a sweet smell. All right, so let's draw our main picture here. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a root tip because we're in 10 micron. Here we go. So I'm just going to draw, that's going to be called, we're going to label that my root tip.
Uh-oh.
You good? And out of the root tip are going to be that mycelium, that network of microfungi that are going to help also give nutrients to the root. So from the root tip, we're going to have these, the best way to do it is just these lines here is probably the fastest way. And then from there, you can kind of draw a little, kind of looks like a larger, darker line. It kind of looks like it's coming out of the root tip. And then you can draw each of your cell walls there. So that's going to be, we're going to have a bunch of these coming out of the root here because they are all over the place under the soil. And we can label these our micro fungi. You can have some coming out from the back here. Let's see. All right. So there's our microfungi. Do I need to slow down or does everybody have it?
I'm still drawing mine.
Okay. So fun thing, if you ever see the word MYC, oops, MYCOR, that's going to be something about a mushroom, okay? And some of these are called mycorrhizae. Okay, and this MYCOR means mushroom. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to draw is going to be our sediment, right? Like our some pieces of rock and sand and silt and clay. So that's all the pieces. Well, we can't draw clay because clay is too small, but we'll do pieces of rock and sand and silt. And we're going to do that on the sides. So what we're going to start with, we're going to start up here and we're going to make it rocky. So the key is for this to look like a big jaggedy rocky edge. Victor. Let's see. Yeah. You can do it on either side here. Let's see. I'm gonna do rock. Victor, be quiet.
What color would those microfungi be?
How what?
What color would the microfungi be really?
I think they're white. Actually. So you
Oh,
could maybe do like a gray or light brown or something. And with this, we'll kind of, to do your pieces of clay and stuff, we're going to kind of stick out. Let me erase this part. We're going to make a little jaggedy edge here. Sometimes you can put little lines to make like a big hunk of something. And then inside, you want to make it kind of like the whole thing is like this jaggedy edges. Soil crumb is what we'll call it, right? On either side, we'll have a soil,
Crumb of soil.
a crumb of soil, yes. You can kind of draw little pieces in there. That. Some. Does everybody have their crumb soil?
Yes.
All right, and so we'll label that. So we'll say, okay, this is a soil crumb. We'll put pieces, like little pieces like this, and we'll call these the silt. So this is our silt. Okay, these big pieces here we can call sand. Okay, and then if you want to color it, let's say, we'll kind of lightly color it here to kind of shade it. That could be maybe part of your clay, since the clay is so small. So they also call that the humus, not to be mistaken for hummus. I don't know if anybody read
the other day.
did you guys read the pack that I sent? Because it talked all about
Yeah,
it.
we did.
Yeah.
I called it the hummus at first.
You called it the hummus? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't eat this with chips.
Yeah, that would be bad. Although
That
there
would
is
be
something
bad.
called chips, which is a little. That's what it was. Isn't the humus what makes the dirt smell good?
Yes, I think I remember reading that.
That's what I was really confused whenever you said something else made the dirt smell good.
Well, it's generally the bacteria. Although, well, to be fair, most bacteria smell horrible when they're when anything's digesting something, it's a foul smell, right? Like if you see like a rotting animal somewhere and it smells horrible, it's usually because the bacteria are digesting it. So you can kind of shade all that. So it kind of looks like your cool rock. Right there. All right, does everybody have that? Because next we're going to move on to our gigantic nematode worm. And let's put him near the root tip because he's going to have a stylus and he's going to eat the root. So we'll put him like this.
That's a big root. That's a big worm.
That's a big worm. He can actually be as large as like you could pick him up. But this one, well, if look back at our little measuring stick up there, we have 10 microns. So I don't know, that's probably 10, 20, 30, 40, I don't know, maybe 90 microns, something like that. Long. And we'll put his stylus in him right there because he's going to eat the plants. So this is going to be our plant eating. And we'll label him a nematode. Okay. And of course, you can always put him with a nice little stomach and digestive area. We can have the food he's eating throughout his body. You can make him very pretty, although he needs to be clear. He does need to be clear. All right, now the other very big important thing is the mycelium, and we're going to do one of those in microfungi. So we did the microfungi from the root tip. We're actually going to make it from the bottom here. So you can actually do a line, almost like you're drawing a plant. It goes all the way up. Okay. And you're going to do 2 lines. Let's see if I can actually do a straight line.
That's thin.
Yeah, well, these are that world wide web of interconnected mycelium and hyphae. So we're just going to draw some cool connecting things here. Because they are all over the place in our soil, everywhere in our soil. And at the ends here, of course, you're going to put all your cell divisions in here. Let's see. Let me know if I'm going too fast, guys. And at the end, you can put, sometimes there's those ball spore things, right? So you can put that up here. Some of them might have the cool, like, looks like little hair with spores all around them.
Hair.
Yeah. It's like they have a cool hairdo and they have spores.
It's more like a bad hair day for the cells.
Yeah. There's our really cool mycelium. So we're going to label that mycelium. Oh, I think there's only one L in mycelium. Let's see. And then each one of these coming off here is going to be the hyphae. So that's our mycelium and hyphae. Let's see, I'm going to come this all the way down here. All right. Now, what's left? What do we have left to put on our beautiful picture? What do y'all want to do next?
Some. What about the
Bacteria.
actinobacteria?
Okay, let's do some
We just
awesome good bacteria, right? We want our actinobacteria. And to do that, we'll just have
We need
little
the
lines.
superhero of the story.
That's right. So this will just kind of be little lines that look like the microfungi. You can put them up like this. They come up. They look like little networks there, but they're just lines of bacteria.
Hey, wait, have we done any algae yet?
No, we haven't. We'll do algae next. So actinobacteria, remember, they also have some spores on them because they're kind of a combo of bacteria and fungus. So we'll put little spore ends on the ends of those. And you can make these go as crazy as you'd like, right? As long as they're little, they're much smaller than the microfungi. And we'll label those actinobacteria. All right, let's do our algae. Those will be green. Where would we like to?
Running out of space here.
Well, these algae luckily are just little round. You can kind of put algae. Now, I must admit, I would say you can't put them anywhere because you can't. These need sunlight. So these are going to be near the top. So we generally will find algae sort of near the surface because these are photosynthesizers. So we'll kind of put
They have to actually have sunlight.
Yes, they have to have sunlight. Well, they can't be deep down in the earth is what I mean. We'll
Yeah.
put some that are, there we go. We'll put some of our algae in there. Are you guys excited to, now you understand why you have to wash your hands when you come in after playing in the dirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized that.
Especially after we haven't put bacteria in there yet, because that's the real reason. Let's see. So we can do, I'm going to do another worm. I'm going to have a cool worm. Can't be green worm. I guess it'd be a weird worm, but another worm here. I'm gonna put a little happy worm. He's got to have a buddy. He can't be all alone.
Happy
Bob
worm.
Ross.
A little nematoid, but he's gonna be the carnivorous kind. There's also some that eat each other. So there's
That's lovely.
cannibalistic worms there. He's not gonna be one. He's friends with this other worm. They coexist together quite happily.
They have a symbiotic
Yes.
relationship.
They do. This is going to be our bacteria eater. So now we can put our bacteria in there because this worm is going to love that. And these things are going to be dots. I'm going to put them red. That is incorrect. But I just need a color to kind of
Yeah, the only color you really have is green.
so you guys can see it. And generally they're like in groups, all right? Like clumps, we'll say.
Yours looks so much better than mine.
Mine does?
Yeah.
Oh no, mine is terrible, but thank you very much.
Look, Miss Tara, you're
mine's worse than
catching up
yours.
to her.
It's actually better if you could do like shading and highlighting and coloring.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do
Make
right
it
now.
look really pretty. So we're gonna put our bacteria everywhere. And I'm gonna put some around this bacteria eating worm because he's gonna like that. He's gonna go right to the bacteria. Our nematoid there. And we're gonna have some bacteria at the surface. I'm trying to make it as small as the other bacteria have, but we can even put in some cool diatoms. I don't have a picture of a diatom.
Die, Tom.
So they use
Diatom.
calcium to make their shells. Have you guys ever seen diatom pictures? I wonder if I have one of those. They look so
I'm
cool.
gonna see one right now.
I thought I put one in here.
Is there going to be a Kahoot?
I did not make a Kahoot, but we can do it. I bet I can find one. I did not have time to make a Kahoot, guys. So sorry.
Okay.
I can't find some.
Oh, it's okay.
Maybe somebody
that
else
just
can
means
look up
we're gonna
Diatoms and share your screen.
I'm
Done.
gonna look them up right now.
No, that's me.
No.
All right.
I
Now,
found one.
Emma.
Is everyone done with their picture? Their beautiful
Yes.
micro version.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Let's say that.
We should have a
beautiful.
competition. We should have a judge. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing. Is
Oh,
that fine? Or does somebody need my screen for something?
Screenshot it.
I found the diatoms.
Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing. I can share in the future. It's still here if we need it, if somebody needs that. And then we can maybe have a cool like picture sharing. Who did the best picture? It ain't gonna be me.
Emma, you said that you found the diatoms.
Oh,
Yeah.
I found the soil and weather.
Yeah,
in
you can.
place.
Let me see if I can share screen. All participants. There we go. And so if you have a picture of a diatom, you can share your screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, yes. There we go. Yes. Aren't those cool?
They look like crystals.
Yeah,
They
so
look like-
people use those when they die and they create diatomaceous earth. Because there's lots of
I
calcium
was
in
gonna
there.
say they look like plants.
Yeah,
They
so-
look like little
Crystallize when they dry up.
yeah. Yeah, so they're shards. You have to be careful with diatomaceous earth because it's the shards of stuff and worms, those awesome little plant-eating nematoids will eat them or get in their digestive system, and that's not good. So a lot of people use diatomaceous earth to kill ants and bugs and stuff because it'll.
I don't know. I keep getting this guy on my For You page, and he just pours molten iron.
Molten iron?
Yeah, and
Molten
into
iron.
anthills. Into anthills, and it creates like this super just
Anthill?
big heap of
How do you
metal.
perform molten iron into ant hills?
I don't
Oh,
know. He
look,
just
remember
pours it into
Christopher
it.
did that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Brian,
This
Mr.
is a
Brian did.
network of ants. Very cool. Okay, let me see everybody's picture.
That's when you know you're tired of ants.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Can I share my screen to
Chemistry with ants.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna picture mine and then like
See if you can-
share it.
Just screenshot it. That's what I did with mine.
You can screenshot it. You can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I made a real one on paper, which I'm gonna color later. Oops, you can't really see it. And I also
Oh,
did
that's
one
good,
on.
guys. You guys did a much better job than I did.
I cannot write words with colors though.
I love it. Oh, we got some shading going on. We got some real artists. Anybody color theirs?
No.
I did not
I
have time to
I
color
colored
mine.
the title of mine, but that's the only thing I colored.
All of my stuff is
Yeah.
technically colored. It's all just drawn with different colors. So really.
Awesome. So we learned a little biology.
We learned a lot about dirt today.
We did
Dirt.
a little geology,
We
a little
learned more about cells
microbiology.
than we did about dirt, though.
That's not
Let's definitely wash our hands.
Yeah.
We learned that we have to wash our hands. That's a good point.
What's washing hands?
I know, right?
Well, you're going to be ingesting a lot of this stuff.
So
I
much stuff
turned
in
the
my
captions
old
But
on.
the other cool thing is you can actually go get, like, if you have a microscope, you can try to find some of these things, right? So if you go get dirt, you can probably filter it, like, put some water in it and stuff and put it under a microscope.
Hold the dirt in your mouth. Hold the dirt in your mouth. You're supposed to eat
Oh.
dirt. Very, very nutritious.
Eat sand. I think it's
No.
more. It's tougher to eat sand than to eat dirt. So you're kind of.
Miss
I
Tara.
turned the captions
There are
on.
problems with both of those.
And it's going crazy right now.
Miss Tara.
Yeah.
I found a soil and weathering quiz.
Oh, good.
Kahoot.
On Kahoot?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to host it?
Okay.
Let me see.
You have no idea what level it will be on.
Oh,
Man.
I like your, oh, you guys did some colors. I like it.
Yeah.
God,
Kinda.
it's good job.
I accidentally pulled it up on the app, so I'm gonna have to get it on the
How many questions is it?
17.
Oh, Miles just ran away.
3 times.
We've been there, done that.
Yep, same here.
For who's share screen? A blank screen.
Same here. No.
I looked at the Pathfinder game you told me about.
What do you think?
It looks complicated, but
My dad can make it simpler.
Wait. How do I?
There we go.
Bro, your mic.
Wait, I
Is
might.
this the one we're doing? Alright.
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
Yeah, this is not mine, but it's a random one, so we'll see how we do.
What's the game pin?
So Emma, would you be interested in
3-2.
playing or
16,
Oh,
9.
wait.
I guess I could play it.
And play
there's
what?
Alchemist?
Who's
No,
E?
You guys play Pathfinder?
yes.
Who's E?
That's
Do
a
you
very
guys play?
good question.
Do you play D&D?
No, we just play Pathfinder.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to play?
Wow, do you play
People.
Pathfinder, Rushwin? I never knew that side of you.
No, I don't. I don't play that game.
All right.
It's too
I am
complicated.
not.
I want to
Not
change my
Emma.
username.
Wow.
1 second.
Bro on George washing machine.
Hold on, I want to change my username.
I am not Emma.
Why?
Because
can
I'm not
change it.
Emma.
You have to get out and then get back in to change it.
Oh.
I was about to say, don't do that, Emma. You're already on it.
Not Miles.
Who's Jeffrey?
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You.
I'm going to start. So speak now if you're not ready.
I'm not ready. I have to get water.
Now and forever hold your untrue peace.
Oh, Miles had to go grab water. So
Okay.
I'm back.
okay.
All right.
I'm here. I'm back. I'm not Emma.
Well, I know
Good
who
luck,
revolting
I have no
child
idea what
is.
these questions are, but good luck.
Wait, let me
This might be a lot of guessing.
It's D. It's D.
It's D.
It's DRR.
It's more like the bottom.
D or R.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
I
Excuse
clicked the
me,
wrong thing. I was
What?
gonna hit A and I hit O.
What?
bro. Bro.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Minecraft edition.
Minecraft Education Edition. I'm guessing on this one.
You don't know this one?
Y'all,
Like,
this
I
is
know
weird.
this one, but like, there's multiple ways to say it on this one, so I'm
I
guessing
know.
which one I wanted.
This is incredibly weird.
That's
guys.
described.
Yes.
Okay, straight W.
I'm I'm behind Gavin.
You wanna see?
Litter bugs for topsoil.
Broken rock layer.
That
This
broken
And
rock layer? I think
specify what the broken rock layer
I
is.
think that might even that's either B or C.
like that first question, it said A. I was very
Oh.
Yeah, because it's not because organic layer is O.
I'm 1
Topsoil.
point behind not Miles. Whoever I'm 1 point.
1 point.
Is my audio better now? I have a different microphone.
Yes.
Nah, bro. I clicked the wrong thing.
Hummus. It's hummus. It's hummus.
Yeah, bro, that honestly makes so much sense.
Not even humus, but hummus.
I don't know if I'm gonna do good on this one.
I misread it and I thought it said humans.
Oh my gosh.
Who's low times 2?
Who's not-
I'm 76 points.
Who is not Miles?
weird.
I think not Miles is Emma.
Yeah,
I
because you
chose
said not Emma.
because I thought that was actually how you spelled.
All right, guys, it's
One
it's
M.
humus.
It is the bedrock rock.
I'm in 4th place.
I'm an
I'm in
8th.
10th place.
I'm coming for you, Jeffrey. It's A.
No. It's
Literally.
it is rocks that have not been weathered.
Not it's obviously A.
I'm in 6th
I'm
place.
in 10th place. I get one question wrong and I'm on 10th place.
Which soil layer is the most hummus?
Is my microphone working? Can you hear me?
Broken rock layer. Yes, we can all hear you, Miles.
I'm gonna throw this piece of tape if I get it wrong.
This piece of tape.
Yeah. I'm gonna
What's
throw
that
it very
piece of
hard.
tape gonna do?
Throw that piece of
Oh my god.
Piece of tape
Oh
across
my-
the room. Score.
Okay, guys. Now we know that other people's quizzes are confusing.
Yes, you can say it. My quizzes are the best.
Yes, they are the
Yes,
best.
they are.
Yeah, they are.
W Miss Terra quizzes.
Yeah. Only her quizzes. Nobody else's at this point.
Yeah. Bro, have you ever interrupted George Washington balling and you regretted it?
George Washington machine. Bro, George Washington machine.
Bro,
Who inserted store moisture?
Lola did.
No, I didn't.
Not being in
Release
10th
my
place.
humus.
Bro, it just gave us this.
Didn't it just give us
Is it
this?
B? I'm a B.
Yeah, I did.
If you
Is it B?
answer
No,
if you
because
answer-
one was horizon, the other was soil layer, right?
It's the same thing.
if you answer Horizon D, then I will give you like half of a cent.
Half of a cent. How do you get half of a cent?
You
You
cut
cut
a
a
penny in
cent in
half.
half.
Monkey get one wrong.
Oh wow. Oh, this one's
1 place T.
Place T. What is 1 place T?
It means
Desertification.
one place to another.
I just clicked desert for.
Just couldn't fit it.
Desertification.
Yeah, I clicked that. I give up. I'm trolling now.
8th place. 8th place.
12. Who's magic?
I don't know. Who's magic?
Where does soil come from?
I think we're
It obviously comes from that stalagmites and
stalagmites.
It's not
Nah,
like obviously
it comes from weathering.
acid precipitation.
acid
Obviously.
participation.
Precipitation.
Oh no,
No,
Place. Let's
no,
go.
acid
We're right behind you, Emma.
How many years? What?
What?
A million
Okay,
years.
guys.
I'm
Million
gonna
years.
say
1 to 5
say
years.
1
Circle,
to 5
circle,
years.
yellow. I'm gonna say
Click one.
I'm probably
I'm gonna say
like
blue.
12 class
500
because
to
of the same
1,000. That's
We
exactly
did
it.
not learn this.
Yeah,
I
we
just
didn't. I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna
learn
say
this.
blue though.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, bro. You serious
No.
right now? Are you serious right now?
Oh man.
Who's the revolting child?
Who's
That's
you?
Lola.
That's me.
Oh.
I've only missed 2 problems so far.
Without changing the calm.
What am I calling?
I think it's composition.
Oh.
Okay.
So without changing it,
I just heard desert is like click one.
Well.
Just click a
Oh.
random one.
Graydon N.
are there
I'm
only
4 points behind Jeffrey, my arch nemesis.
are there only 11 people in the
almost behind
school?
It's that desertification protects the soil.
Oh my.
Desertification protects the soil.
Certification.
No, I think it was soil.
Protects the soil.
Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe it's soil conservation. Hmm. Maybe it's habitat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Bro, it's desertification.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. I'm 3,000 points behind E.
I'm 40 points behind Jeffrey.
You got a villain arc against Jeffrey.
Yeah, I do. I'm always behind him.
Bert is growing crops and burning fossil fuels. Strip mining and deforestation. No, it is strip mining and deforestation because strip mining and
Bro, isn't that a Minecraft
I
reference?
just chose a
know.
random one.
Wait, we're talking about Minecraft now, guys?
Who
Minecraft.
answered who answered one? I'm still behind Jeffrey. I really do have a villain arc.
What is the most likely, guys? What's the most likely?
Beavers built dam on the river.
I don't know what
It is obviously
An
a
earthquake
volcano
hit the land.
erupted.
Everyone blames earthquakes
Yeah.
these days. My gosh.
Let's just go with that.
Man.
it was
Only Miss Tara's
obviously
quiz is on Kahoot from now on.
Yeah.
no, bruh, it's obviously some Minecrafter came and mined the sediment down there with a
2,000 points
golden
behind
shovel.
E.
I'm 9 points behind Monkey.
No. I need to get this right so I
Who's
can
behind me?
restore
That's
my
what I
villain
wanna
arc.
Who's behind me? That's what I want to know.
We are behind you.
Oh. This okay.
Yay!
good. Okay.
I passed Monkey. I'm in a better point.
Oh,
I'm a-
wow.
I'm
Well,
in
in
a better
the
place
end,
than
I was
Monkey.
still
Yeah, but in-
one behind Jeffrey.
60 points.
I was in 5th place and he was in 4th.
I don't know what place I got. Probably didn't get a place.
good job. Who's that?
That's me.
Who's me?
Really?
It's me,
Yeah, I was like-
Jeffrey and E.
Doesn't
I
say
can't
me.
believe
If
that.
you had missed, whenever you got it wrong, I'm like, oh.
Aim for the podium.
Acer.
Oh, Acer. Okay. Bro, What Windows is it running on?
I think 10. I think it's 10.
That's not.
That is not 10. That is
No,
not
no,
10.
no. I
That's
turned
not
I turned the resolution down to make it look much older. That's why it looks older.
Okay, okay.
Oh.
Why though?
Because I can, and I like it.
You guys want to do this one? It's another. It's one on.
No.
Oh, only your quizzes is Tara, please.
I thought that was mom's computer for a second.
Seeing you
Like,
guys squirm a little bit because you guys know my answers so well.
Wait. Who's screen sharing now?
I am the host
Why can't I screen share anymore?
because I'm the host.
Because nobody wants to watch your. Nobody wants to watch a video.
She made a Kahoot. She made a Kahoot.
All right, this is
She does
one
it
more.
6.
One more on soil. See if you can redeem
I'll
yourself.
go bye-bye.
Oh, I'll redeem myself, alright.
Aim for the. Hey, Emma, aim for the podium next time.
I'm gonna go bye-bye. All right, go bye-bye.
Actually try to win next time. That's basically what it's saying.
Oh my god, Miles is becoming a god. He was lagging out of reality. He was
It's too
fading into a different
Gavin-y.
dimension. It looked like his brightness was set on like a million, and little itty bitty Miles just started like appearing on this screen.
Okay, I'm gonna redo it.
Yeah.
8-3.
3, 8, 6.
No, won't do that. My name is screen sharing.
I think Gavin is extremely popular.
Bruh, let me rejoin.
Everybody wants to be Gavin. Is that because
Yeah.
Gavin always wins?
Okay. You know the name.
Man, just lag out of existence.
Definitely not Miles.
Get back.
Wait, why are there so many
Not in yet.
gaps?
All right.
No, I'm not
Hey,
in.
I'm not Miss Tara. I'm not. We're not in. We're
I'm
not
not in yet.
That's fine. That's fine.
But who's this multiple
Yeah,
Gavin?
start it now. Yo,
Okay,
there's so many Gavins.
Did he log in multiple times? Just make
Nah,
himself
bro, he's botting the Kahoot.
Yo, why are there so many Gavins?
Is he trying to make himself get first, second, and third?
That would be funny.
Gavin 4.
Gavin 4.
There's too many. What is y'all's accessory for Gavin? Just nothing?
Everyone just wants to be Gavin. Gavin in versus Gavin in. Who is the real Gavin?
I know. Oh, okay.
That means he's the popular kid.
Everybody wants to be like him.
Apparently.
All right. We have 9. Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Last time we had 12, so
I think we're missing Gavin.
Some people left.
left.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
We're missing a real Gavin.
Where's
Yo, I think we're missing the real Gavin.
We're missing
Gavin
Yeah,
in.
but where's Gavin?
All right.
There's Gavin, and Gavin. Where's
Battle
Gavin?
Pass.
Fortnite
Right, that
Battle
too.
Pass.
It'll be Levi.
All right. I'm
Okay.
starting. Is
Number
everybody
4.
good?
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck.
This is gonna be interesting.
Okay.
I hope, I pray.
Yes,
for
my
whoever's
friend.
Gavin.
It is. Oh, what?
It
I
says
think
sand.
this is low.
Loam.
It's
It's loam.
sand.
It's loam. I think I'm pretty sure it's loam.
Pretty low. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, monkey. Monkey. Who stole my monkey? My monkey. Monkey son. It's a song. I
Hey,
know.
bro, who are you calling a monkey?
No, it's a
No,
song. I know.
no. I don't like to be called monkey.
What was that thing you sent to Emma?
Well then why are you like talking about monkeys? Your name is literally Monkey.
No, it's not, bro.
Behind it.
I don't know what you're
Okay,
talking
I was like,
about.
who stole my Ashwin? My Ashwin.
Bro, who's Ashwin?
It's
Ashwin's monkey.
It's Ashwin.
Hey, yo, bro, who you calling a monkey?
Sand.
His name is Monkey.
This is depressing.
My name is not Monkey.
rigged.
Well, who's Battle Pass? Because they're doing really
Oh,
good.
that's
know.
me. That's
Battle Pass
me.
would leave that. That's say.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
I'm not really calling you a monkey. I'm calling you a gorilla.
Oh my god.
It's
Bro,
the squeeze.
who you calling a primate?
Patience. It's patience, guys. Y'all, it's
He's
patience.
being real careful with his words.
Nah, bro, who you calling a monkey, Miles?
Patience. Patience.
Nobody.
We're gonna call each other by our names, and that's it. All right.
Unless you want to be called by a nickname.
My name is Miles N.
Why would you
Emma.
look at that?
Miles
I am, 151 points behind Gavin in. Which Gavin is it?
We did
It
not
is.
go over
It
this.
gets hot. It gets hot. It gets hot.
It gets hot.
Yes. I went over this because I read the chapter
Camel
6 of
by
Thinking
camel.
Guys.
Oh, maybe we did.
Camel by camel. Do.
Buy your camel today.
I think this is easy. Y'all are doing good.
In the meeting, I name myself not Emma.
It's,
Should have
it
named
is-
myself not Miles.
No water.
I should have named myself Nobody.
Jeffrey.
Oh,
Get
oh,
one
are we
wrong,
going-
Jeffrey.
guys, I'm going into Greek mythology now because nobody was a thing.
Squeeze test. Dripping water.
Bro, what
Wait,
do you want from the squeeze test?
What do
No.
I want? I don't know.
If you squeeze a human hard enough, water will drip out of him.
No.
Yeah. It's
Bro,
confirmed, guys.
I wasn't sure
We're,
about that.
we're just
Water.
we're all just wet rats.
Yes.
At least I didn't lose stuff.
I think it'll feel like Play-Doh because it's an official clay baller.
I live in
Yay.
It
Texas.
feels like Play-Doh.
I live in Texas, and the soil here is a very clayey. And also, I broke a shovel while digging.
I am a level 999 clay baller, so you can't have your clay ball too like rocky or dry to throw at people.
You're a clay baller.
It's dangerous.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm not even gonna question it.
An organic substance is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Fourth place.
Wait,
That's what you-
yay.
Oh wait,
I am-
Emma, you're Gavin in number 4.
Oh, you've been revealed.
The answer.
Minerals.
Is air.
The answer is air.
Air.
Yes. Yes.
Who
Yes.
put
Take
air?
that.
Who said
screen
air?
sharing.
Who said air?
Air.
Both air and water make up 25%. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with water.
Air and water are both correct.
At least, oh, they were
Good.
both correct.
Because they're both
It doesn't matter.
25%.
That makes more sense. I'm like, yeah, they're both 25%. What do you mean?
Soil provides shelter.
All of the above. All of you can build
It-
a Minecraft
yeah.
shelter,
It
get nutrients, and gravel is a type of soil.
doesn't provide water though.
Yes.
It is.
Ooh, I'm in 5th place.
Everyone got
Keep
nutrients.
going.
Nobody ever said shelter. Everyone else said nutrients.
Which texture of soil is microscopic?
It is.
If microscopic.
sand.
Don't say it. I know the answer, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
I want the other people to figure it out on their own.
Sand.
It's sand.
Fifth
Yeah.
place. 22 points.
Yo, I have not moved since I first became.
I am in second. Of course.
Chicken
It's chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Oh no, I'm in
No, it's
my
chicken.
Gavin and number 4.
Chicken.
Junior
No,
double
it's
triple
Chick-fil-A.
chicken.
Double, triple, junior chicken.
Is it true or false or true or false?
I think it's false.
I think it's
It's false. It is false.
Why do they have it on double? It's
Yay, 4th place.
I wonder how that
She said no.
So I missed the last question, and I feel like I'm gonna fail.
Good job. All right, who's it?